Sorry in advance for any glitches and horrible voice acting. Hope you enjoy! Guys, gals, and my NB pals, how are all of you today? Good? Great! Today we're going to take a closer look at Hamlet and what kinds of relationships were present. You're probably thinking, relationships? What do you mean? Well, I'm talking about Hamlet and Horatio. What about Hamlet? Really, dude? All right. Calm down, sheesh. It's just a different perspective and my interpretation. Y'all don't have to agree with it. Anyways, let's take a look through the play, which reveals some things about Hamlet and Horatio. A bit of a disclaimer. I designed the characters based off what I would believe they would look like in a modern setting. I feel like it would be nicer for you guys to see all of them in nice modern outfits instead of big poofy dresses and petticoats. My interpretation is that they being Hamlet and Horatio, were a little more than just bros. Not brothers, but maybe lovers? And you guys are probably thinking, lovers? What could you mean? Hamlet was obviously in love with Ophelia. That is a good point. But let's not forget, bisexuality exists. Bisexual rights, am I right? I had a conversation with my friends, and we talked about how Horatio and Hamlet did seem a little close.
Maybe like Horatio reminiscing about past stuff with Hamlet post Hamlet's death, so it's like flashback scenes and then angst.
And that settled it for me. Enough of the small talk. Let's find a few instances where Hamlet and Horatio's bond went a little deeper than just friends. I will be reading the translated modern version of the text from No Fear Shakespeare, because that allows you and me to understand what's going on in Hamlet. Act 1, Scene 2. Hello, sir. Nice to see you again, Horatio. That is your name, right? That's me, sir. Still your respectful servant. Not my servant, but my friend. I'll change that name for you. But what are you doing so far from Wittenberg, Horatio? Oh, Marcellus? Hello, sir. So nice to see you. Hello, sir. But what are you doing away from Wittenberg, Horatio? I felt like skipping school, sir. I wouldn't allow your enemies to say that, and I won't believe from you. I know you'd never skip school. What are you doing here in Elsinore? I'll teach you to drink hard by the time you leave. And scene. But anyway, for here I believe body language is the most important for this. The eye contact, the mouth movement, the way things roll off of everyone's tongue. More specifically, the subtle flirting from Hamlet. Hamlet could be scheming to get a little nasty with Horatio. We know he's a bit of a perv from the scene with Ophelia, so it makes sense to me. That scene requires you to analyze it a bit more to find a deeper relationship between Horatio and Hamlet. Let's keep reading. Act 1, Scene 4. It wants you to go off with it, as if it wants to tell you something alone. Look how politely it's pointing you to a place that's farther away. But don't go. Definitely not. It's not going to speak, so I'll follow it. Don't do it, sir. Why? What's the danger? I don't value my life one bit. And as for my soul, how can the ghost endanger that, since it's as immortal as the ghost is? Look, it's waving me over again. I'll follow it. What if it tempts you to jump into the sea, sir? Or to the terrifying cliff that hangs over the water, where it takes on some horrible form that drives you insane? Think about it. The edge of people makes people despair even at the best of times. All they have to do is look into its depths and hear it roar far below. It's still waving to me. Go ahead, I'll follow you. You're not going, sir. Let go of me. Calm down, you're not going anywhere. You can't tell me this isn't a tiny bit homosexual. You still need more proof? Actually, I know what to do. Let's compare Hamlet and Horatio with Hamlet, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern's relationship. Act 3, Scene Let the deer that's been shot go off and weep, while the unharmed deer happily plays. For some must watch while other must sleep. That's how the world goes. Couldn't I get work as an actor if I hit a run of bad luck and some acting company and wear flowers on my shoes? They might even give you a share of the company. No, a whole share for me. For you know, my dearest Damon, that Jove, king of the gods, was thrown out of here, and who's in charge? A big peacock. You could have at least rhymed. Oh, Horatio, I'll bet you $1,000 the ghost is right. Did you notice? Yes, I did, my lord. When the actors were talking about poison, I watched him very closely. Ah! Hey, let's have some music here. Play your flutes. For the king doesn't like the play, then he doesn't like it, we may say. Come on, music! My lord, could I have a word with you? You can have a whole story, not just a word. Sir, the king, yes, what about him? He's in his chambers now, and he's extremely upset. What, an upset stomach from too much booze? No, sir, he's angry. You should be smart enough to tell this to a doctor, not me. Since if I treated him, he'd just get angrier. My lord, please try to stick to the subject at hand. I'll be good, sir. Go ahead. The queen, your mother, is upset and sent me to see you. It's lovely to see you. No, my lord, your polite words are not to the point. If you could please stop fooling around, I'll tell you what your mother wants. If not, I'll leave you alone and that'll be the end of my business. Sir, I can't. Can't what, my lord? Stop fooling around. My mind is confused, but I'll do my best to give you a straight answer as you wish. Or rather, as my mother wishes. Okay, to the point. My mother, you say. She says that your behavior has astonished her. Oh, what a wonderful son! I can impress my mother. But what's the upshot of her admiration? Do tell. She wants to have a word with you in her bedroom before you go to bed. I'd obey even if she were my mother 10 times over. Is there anything else I can do for you? My lord, you still like me. And still do. I swear by my hands. My lord, what's wrong with you? You're not doing yourself any good by refusing to tell your friends what's bothering you. All right, scene. These two scenes should tell you everything. Hamlet's happily chatting with Horatio, talking about his plan coming to fruition and wanting to play music. But Guildenstern wanting to address his parents and the play changed his mood, and he's not so cheerful. Boom! Hamlet and Horatio are closer than friends. I proved it!
Good night, everybody!